何人もの人がその力を次へと託してきたんだよ。ユナイテッドステイアトム。勝利のスタンディングです。
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is MojoReviews, and today we're gonna take a look at the amazing Yamaguchi All Might. I finally got him. It took a while because of the virus, everything got delayed and the shipping and stuff, but I finally have him in the house, and I gotta say, this figure looks like a beast, man. I thought it would be way smaller, but the figure is actually really tall and big. And the box art, everything, it's like 2 times the box of Midoriya. Let's take a look at the box art. I gotta say, I actually like the box art from Midoriya way better. The designs, a couple animated poses and stuff. But yeah, I cannot complain about this figure yet. I gotta unpack it first. I heard a lot of problems online with the leg pack breaking and stuff. So I'm gonna be careful. Gonna heat it up a little bit, put some oil between it so the plastic won't break. I'm gonna cure the figure first before I'm gonna handle it, especially with stop motions. I don't want to break this guy. So yeah, let's take him out of the box and let's go over the figure. And this is the art piece that was inside the box, and I gotta say, this looks really dope. Him versus All For One. Yeah man, I really like this scene. I really like the animation. If you haven't seen the new movie, I really, you have to go see that, man. The fight scene at the last versus 9, damn man, you have to see it. And I hope you guys are up to date with the manga. If not, go read that, man. Real recommendation. And here you have Toshinori straight out of the box. He comes with a lot of hands, extra eye pieces, and 4 head sculpts. And I gotta say, this figure really looks good. Some minor parts because of the cuts. He has a lot of straight lines on his suits, and the cuts make the figure look a little bit weird. But yeah, that's just the style of Revoltech. You gotta love it or you hate it, man. It's not for everybody. And here he is out of the package. I gotta say, I really like this figure. Of course, there are some minor parts, but I already fixed that, so it's okay. I will understand that a couple people won't like the cuts that are visible at the figure. But yeah, I don't really mind at all because the sculpt overall is really great. It feels and it really looks like All Might. So I'm gonna give this figure an 8 out of 10. Midoriya was a straight 10 out of 10 because the sculpt, everything, it worked better on a smaller figure. And Revoltech still needs to figure out how to fix the sculpt and everything on the big guys. But yeah, what I'm gonna recommend for you guys, what you wanna do once you get this figure out of the package, because I understand why the legs are breaking. I use this. It's like a spray for plastic and silicone. So what I did, I spray between the knee joints. He actually has one knee joint that can bend really far in, which is really nice, but because it's just one joint connecting the knee, it's really easy to break. And once I used the spray, I heated it up. There came a lot of loose blue plastic between the plastic loose. I think the company or where they made it and put it back together, good smile, they really didn't clean up the joint before they connected it. There's still a lot of loose blue plastic between the knee. So when you move it around and you didn't clean it up, it might get stuck. And once it gets stuck and you keep moving it, yeah, the knee is gonna break because there's just too much loose plastic between the knee part. They should have cleaned it up, put it back together, but it came out of the printer and they put it together. So yeah, that's a little bit messy. So I understand why the knee parts are breaking. So if you need help, just connect me on Instagram. I can show you how I fixed the legs. So yeah, as you can see, he's punching my custom made Nomu. It's really fun to pose around with this custom guy. So yeah, stay tuned for more pictures. So let's take a look at the figure overall. I gotta say, I really like the face sculpts and everything he comes with. So yeah, I wish he came with more punching effects, and I don't really like the way they handled the punching effect. Why? Because they put it on a Revoltech joint, as you can see, but when you pose it around, it's gonna be visible in some poses, and it's not really tight. So I think I'm gonna have to fix that, make it a little bit stiffer, make the joints a little bit stiffer so it sticks. Because what you want to do is put the arm straight forward and put the punching on top, so it falls away when you take pictures like this. You don't see the Revoltech joint. But once you move it around and you have it like this, the joint's gonna be visible, and it looks messy. Let's focus on that. It looks messy and it's not really nice. It's not, yeah, I don't really like it. So I might have to fix something for that. So let's remove it. Let's put the figure to the back so you can see what I mean. I gotta say, it's a nice effect. You know, they looked at the anime and they just straight at copy it. So it's not bad at all. This piece is loose. It came with 2 extra eyes. Let me show you those eyes. Came in this package. You will have 4 extra Revoltech joints. Let's focus on it, and 2 looking to the side eyes. So, and this is the extra joint that you can put in the special effect piece. And this piece has 1, 2, 3 connect pieces, so you can connect it to either 3 that you want, and you can connect it in the forearms of All Might or in his legs. So yeah, that's pretty nice. These are the 3 extra head sculpts he comes with. I kind of feel like they went for the cheap route, because it's actually, he has 2 different head sculpts and just minor switches in detail. I mean, like 2 smiles and 1 has a sweat drop. I mean, like, come on, give us something else. And 1 with just mad looking and just 1 stripe of blood. It's just the same head sculpt, just with 1 stripe of blood. So yeah, I feel like they could have gave us 1 with his hair looking all messed up, like he's just finished his battle, or powered down face, or 50-50 face. So yeah, they could have done something better. But they are not bad looking at all. I really like them, but I just wish they gave us something a little bit more anime, gave us more options to pose around with him. Because I gotta say, it's a big figure. I really like the way it looks, but the amount of extras are not really much. I guess because it's a big figure. I mean, midoriya wasn't that big, and he comes with a lot of extra lightning bolts, a lot of extra head sculpts, a lot of different expressions. The notebook, he comes with the pen extras. So yeah, I just guess this is more plastic, so you get less effects. I'm not sure, but too bad. But yeah, let's go over the articulation with this guy. So here he is standing on his own. Probably because I fixed the legs, he got a little bit sturdier, also in the under part, so he kind of hold his weight a little bit more. So in couple poses he just can't make it to stand on his ankles because of the way they fix the joint in his ankle part. But I really like the stand that he comes with, so all the difficult poses, all the smash poses that you want him to put in, those are really doing well with the stand. But without the stand, it's kind of impossible to have him stand on 1 leg. If you can get your All Might to stand on 1 leg with a cool pose, send it to my Instagram. I'm gonna share that because that's kind of cool. But yeah, let's go over the articulation. I gotta say, I really like the build. It's a buff guy, and I really like the bodybuilding poses he can stand in, and the smirk. So yeah, it really feels like All Might. Also with the hair. Let's move him a little bit up the camera so you can see what I mean. There you go. Let's zoom in on his body. Would you look at that? It's just All Might. It really looks good. So yeah, I don't really mind the cuts because he can go in all the crazy anime poses real quick, and I kind of like it, but I understand why a couple people won't like it. So yeah, for down movement, he can look very well down. Up, can go very well up. So if you want him to go in his shine moment, the running, it's real easy. So yeah, you can have him in real cool poses real quick, just like the Midoriya. You don't have to do a lot to make this figure pop, and that's real cool. So yeah, a lot of people complain about the shiny part, but I kind of think it's cool because it makes the suit look like yeah, just one whole piece. And for the back part, he kind of has a weird cut here, but it's like a shoulder joint plus butterfly joint in one, which can make the arms go all the way to the back like this, and even cross it like the shoulder blades. So that's real nice, real cool. He can be connected in the back here and in his butt. I kind of thought it was weird that it's right in the butt, but I understand why, because of the weight. It has to hold the weight of the figure. So yeah, once you go back all the way forward, you might have an opening here in the back, but I don't really mind it because yeah, that's Revoltech. You love it or you hate it, either way. So yeah, and he can really go in cool poses just like this. As for the arms, he has one elbow joint, but it can go all 360 just like Midoriya. It's real nice to pose around the arm. He has a cut in his forearm, but I don't really like moving it because it breaks the blue and the white part. For the hands to switch out, it's just a small pack. Switch the hands real quick and without any ease, and they stay real well unless you move it a lot around like I did just now. But yeah, let's go to the torso part. Can go 360, can all the way to the front and the back. If you want him to stand straight, just pull it up a little bit and move it back, because it might get stuck between the belt here, so you have to move it up, switch it back so it won't get stuck. And now we come to the legs. He can go all the way out like this. He can go in. He can go to the kick it up, but you have to watch out to move the leg a little bit too much up, because it might, let me fix the camera position. Yeah, way better. So it might damage the paint, the red and the white parts right at the top here, so, and you don't want to mess up the paint, and it might damage the sculpt. As you can see here, I have a little bit rub. It's not real visible, only if you really want to nitpick. But yeah, it has a cut, a rotation at the thigh upper. It goes in and out and up, and not that much to the back. It has an upper cut in the leg, which can give him real nice kicking poses, and like this, more of that crazy articulation, what I meant. It's real nice to have him pose in crazy anime position. So yeah, and now let's go to the dangerous part, the knee. It's just one joint, but it can go all the way to the back. He can even touch his own booty. So yeah, that's real dope, but you don't want to move it around here because it's gonna break. Let me show you guys in the back what I meant. It's just one joint here to here, and look at how thin this joint is. It's just like this real tiny piece in here is supposed to hold this upper leg. So once you move it around, it was stiff as hell in the beginning because there was just too much rubber and plastic in between it. And why? Because they molded it so that the knee guard sticks out like this, but in between here all the pieces of plastic was still in there. So once you move it around, it will break. So what you want to do is clean up your knee joints before moving it around, or else you will lose the leg totally. And you don't want to break your All Might figure, because it's a dope figure. Now let's go to the boot cut. There's a cut here. Articulation wise, it's pretty good. And what makes the figure real wobbly, ankle joint. As you can see here, it's on a ball joint, and they made it so it can go all the way. Let me hold this leg. Can go all the way up like this, and it can go all the way to the back, but you have to twist it a little bit so you can have his nice toes sticking out, and it's okay. But I understand why it makes the figure wobbly, because it has a lot of loose room in between the joint. And yeah, it's not for everybody. I might fix it, but for now it's okay. So yeah, let's go over the other figures. Let's compare them with other figures. Let's go over size comparison. And here he is with a couple of my Hero Academy figures. The Shigaragi is from Dot. The Nomu I custom myself. And the Midoriya and All Might are Revoltech. But yeah, I really like how the Todd McFarlane figure is matching up with the size wise with the Revoltech, so I really think that works really well. I really hope that Todd does the stain and the eraser head justice, because they look real good. But I hope, yeah, the articulation and a couple minor points with this Shigaragi, so I hope he steps it up and makes a good figure. I really like that we get more from Todd McFarlane than any other company out there, so yeah, that's real nice. I just hope he makes a couple bad guys, so yeah. I'm a real big fan of Endeavour, so yeah, make number 2. And here he is next to a Mayfex Miles Morales, and next to the new Cable from the Marvel Legends wave that I customed, which looks really good right now. So yeah, that's real nice. So let's take a closer look. Really like how the detail everything came out. So yeah, if you want to watch it, go to the other review I posted a couple days ago. So yeah, and if you really want this head sculpt for the Game of First Miles, go to my Instagram. I got a link there. It's a real nice head sculpt. I made this one myself, but I bought one from Spider-Man and made the rest myself. So yeah, if you want to, go to my Instagram. And here he is next to a bigger Marvel Legends Bishop and a custom Rhino figure that I made from the PS4 line. So as you can see, the Rhino is really buff, and the All Might is lean buff. He's the classic Arnold Schwarzenegger body buff. So yeah. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. See you guys later. God bless. Be good. Later, guys.